What is going on, you guys? Welcome to another Call My Time Room. We are 3 days away from the draft, y'all. Um, I got some news. I'm gonna go through some news before I get into Usman, but we've had the thing. Everybody's been talking about the whole Cam situation, guys. We're not gonna trade Cam. Um, it's not gonna happen. If it does, I'd be in complete shock. I mean, absolute shock if we traded Cam away. He has too much upside, too much anything to want to trade him away. And the whole Bradley Beal, us and the thing, we're not. The only way we get Bradley Beal is a sign and trade, and we still would have to trade another piece. So I don't see us that. Don't let these. They're going to keep putting us in stuff. I mean, look what we did with what they did with John Collins all season. Wallace, what's good, Wallace? How you doing tonight? We're gonna go ahead and go into Usman Garuba. Real Madrid, 6'8" center, which Kung was only 6'9", so I mean he's about the same height. With a 7'3" wingspan. So with those type of numbers, you would think he'd be. You would say he's a center with that wingspan, but I mean he can play the four in my eyes too. But going to some of his stats, these are international stats. He did not play overseas. I mean, he did not play in America. He played overseas. So his international stats stand this year. It's weird. He doesn't shoot a lot, but he plays great defense, and that's what I think you get the instant impact for. He averaged at least a block this year. 4 rebounds. 50% from the field. He only attempted 3 shots a game, which that's so weird to me. Which he's not really a scorer. But defense is my thing for him. If we all love Okongwu, and we all know Okongwu is a great defender. This guy is I wouldn't say Okongwu 2.0, but he is his own being. He is literally a crazy. I mean, he averaged, I think points. Well, he only averaged like 5 points a game, but you're averaging a steal, a block, and an assist with a 0.8, 0.6, and 0.5 a game with 4 rebounds. So he's really like a bench guy. If you really want him to come in, that's why I say instant impact. I don't think we drafted. I don't think we drafted him because that's why I want to cover. I just want to cover him because I think he's a guy that you can't develop anymore. We're not in a rebuild anymore. Let's be honest. We're not a rebuilding team anymore. Everything in the draft now needs to be somebody you can play or somebody you're going to send to the G League. You can't have this type of guy come in at 20 and not play, and we just made the Eastern Conference Finals. You need instant impact. I think you would want to build this year. You want to build more and more winning. And you need guys that are going to come in when Gallo leaves, or if I'll say Gallo because he can play the 4, or if Clint leaves, you're going to need guys. Even though you have Okongwu, you still want to have somebody back up for Okongwu, unless you're going to go like Miami and just go sign like Dwayne Dedman or sign one of these vet guys in the next couple of years to back up Okongwu. You can stay young and have Garuba play while Okongwu's gone. Then when Okongwu comes back, you still have Garuba split some minutes because Okongwu's not going to come back 100%. When Okongwu's ready to take over, you let him take his spot back. But my thing is now, if you're going to build depth, you might want to build it young. So getting into some age things for him, he is 19, so he's literally just able to qualify to draft this year. So his greatest strength on my thing is his defense. Like I said, he is just crazy good defensively. It doesn't really make is the wingspan helps a lot, but the way he blocks shots and able to move around is crazy. We just got into these conference finals. We have to get players that we can keep that going and be a playoff. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You gotta this whole draft this year and these next couple years has to be guys, even second round guys, got to be guys that we can see contribute. He doesn't really score. He's not like a big of a scorer, but he's very good in the pick and roll. You can teach scoring, I think, with him because he can shoot. He can stretch it a little bit. A lot of his highlight tapes, you'll see him shooting threes, so he can stretch the floor a little bit. Always you can always teach. You can tell him when to shoot and when not to shoot. But he's really good in the pick and roll. He has great hands. He'll catch a pass, and that's what you need if you got Trae Young as your point guard. You need a guy that can catch the ball. He can catch the ball. Um, is a really athletic guy, able to jump really. He can dunk, jump really high. So like I said, he's had big numbers. Not really big numbers, but he's had good games. I'll say like that. But he's not as much of a scorer. But he's gonna shoot. He's gonna finish at the rim. If you get him in the post, he's gonna score in the post. He has a really nice touch, which is really different for me because you would think you would think he would be higher, but he doesn't have the same numbers as some of those other guys coming from overseas. Um, like I said, you can teach his scoring. I think that's kind of sort of what weigh him down because his defense is a if you would think, let's not even say 3 and D. Like he's really like if his position would be like defense, like that, like we were saying last night if you were in here, his position would be like defense. But he can still give you a little bit. What you need. He had a game where he scored 24 and had 12 rebounds, which you like I'm saying like he's on ESPN's 15 best available. But I don't think he goes high. I mean he can jump at any time. Like he can jump, I don't know, man. It's a thing where you can jump like we said about Book Night. Book Night's lottery odds are up higher than they are ever. And they really weren't that high going into this year. So yeah. Um that's a player comparison to James Johnson. I think he can do a little bit more. I think he can give you some more points. I think he can really give you points. I think you just need to show him. I think you just need to get him in there. That's really what I think. I think you just need to get him to score. I'm gonna go to the CBS mock draft because I think I looked at it. I looked at this one. So there's 3 guys. I go off of Kyle Boone's first. They have a somewhat most of them have Cam Thompson, and they have other. I see one Usman going to the Knicks. There's even ones where he's dropped lower than that. So he's a he's a prospect where you're gonna have to work with him. But he gives you instant impact on defense, and I think that's kind of sort of what you need. I think you need somebody that's gonna give you good defense. Because there's one that said he's going to Spain. I mean, he's going to Spain. He's going to the Knicks, and some of them he's not even in the first round, unless I'm overlooking him. No, I don't see him going in the first round. These 2 other guys. So that's I don't know, man. I think it's gonna be he's a weird candidate. I think for a lot of people because I think they really just don't know what you do. Because let's be honest, if you want a guy that plays defense, you want him at least to score in the league like today. You're gonna need somebody to score. I think that's just automatically you need somebody to score. Because he's 6'8", he's a 20% power for a small forward. You're gonna need more than just defense. Yeah, it's. I mean, Draymond was scoring in his prime. I was gonna say because Draymond now is just passing in defense. I mean, that's kind of sort of what Draymond. I mean, he's not scoring at a high clip like he used to. But he's gonna run that point guard position at his height, and he's gonna give you defense. So I mean, what do you want to do with that? I mean, but he's not even giving you. I think he's only giving you like 0.8 of an assist. So he's not even giving you that much of a like a player. How you put it, like a point forward. He's not really giving you point for it anything either. So this is I can't no I don't know who's this is. Oh yeah, this is Boom. So I just saw his. So if I'm gonna go Sports Illustrated, I'll go through a couple of them. Let's just see where they say he'll go. Of course, I think everybody see crazy thing. I think I don't know if anybody was in here from the Book Night show. He was at 11 that show. Sports Illustrated put out one today. I think this is today. And I'm gonna look and see what time they said they posted. 12 hours ago. James Booknight is at number 6 now. So he's literally jumped from 11 to 6. Like that's crazy. He's gonna be. I think everybody wants that scoring from him. They can see he's gonna be able to score. Then you see Kai Jones is at 11. They're trying to pull Kai Jones's value up. So they have us taking in this draft. They have us taking a Zaire Williams. I don't believe that, but another one where Usman goes 21 to the Knicks. So if you're Zor, you're happy about that. But I think we need a center. I'm not gonna lie, like we don't need a center to back up. Like we need a center to back up Okongwu in a couple years. Because I don't think Clint stays. Especially if Clint starts losing his starter minutes. I don't think Clint's gonna stay. Man, I don't mean that in any harm or anything. I just don't think he stays knowing he's not gonna get a lot of, playing time. This is NBC. This is the Bay Area though. This is like the Warriors. They say Jared Butler, 6'3". So it's a couple guys. Hopefully we get the list of the guys that got the second workouts for us. I don't know if they have it out yet. It's iffy. See, they have Usman NBA Draft.net has Usman Garuba going as 31 to Milwaukee, which that would be horrible. Oh my God, I would hate that. But they have us taking Alperen Sengun. I don't think he dropped. I think he doesn't drop that far. The 6'9" center. Yeah, so it's a lot of picks where people I think a lot of people don't know what the Hawks really need because they didn't watch the Hawks to the playoffs. So if you see a glaring need in the playoffs, you'll try to go off that. But if you didn't watch us in the regular season, it's just like, oh well, they can use this guy and this guy. But you saw in the playoffs, we need a secondary ball handler, and we needed somebody else beside the name Gallo at a stretch 4 person because we need somebody that can play defense and can move his feet because Gallo's kind of stiff. And I love Gallo, and Gallo's going overseas. He scored, I think, 18 his first game over there. So he's not a bad. I just think he's a little bit more stiffer for the power forward role, even off the bench. Because I wouldn't be surprised a lot of teams are going to try to go more youthful. So you can tell like for a little bit of time he guarded. The only reason he guarded Ben, and is because Ben don't want to shoot. That's one of the only centers, I think. That's the thing for that is that that's the only thing I can see is that Ben doesn't shoot, so you can put Gallo on him, and Gallo can play face up with him. We don't need to have to get a center right now because we can sign a center in free agency and back up Capella until Okongwu comes back. So Wallace, my thing is that's why I said that one show. I said you gotta go. If you're gonna go a certain way, you're gonna have to go. Give me a backup point guard that's a vet, or give me a backup center that's a vet. Those are the only two ways I think we go into free agency in the draft this year. If you're gonna go with a backup, if you're gonna keep, let's say we keep BG, then I feel like we go backup center. If we don't go they say we don't go BG, then I say we go get a guard. But you're still probably gonna have to get a veteran guard. Unless you just feel confident in the guard you get, which would be Cam Thomas for me. He's the guard. And then I want to shout out Rashad Phillips. He did say our top 3. I think he said it was Corey Kispert, Usman Garuba, and Cam Thomas. Those are the 3 he said, which I feel fine with that because I would like, unless Cam starts, I would love to see a Kevin Herter, Cam Thomas, Cam Reddish, Gallo, when he gets back lineup. That's just ridiculous. I mean, that's a crazy lineup to think about. You're not losing defense. Let's be honest, because Kevin has turned into a better defensive player all around. All around, he has turned into a better defensive player. So, and he can run the one. We can see Kev. Kev, I feel like, or you keep Lou and let Lou run the one. But I think Kev is poised. He can roll the one. And you can kind of sort of switch back and forth with Kev or Cam at the one. Or have Cam bring the ball up one play, or have Kev bring the ball up one play. Or you can have Cam Thomas bring the ball up one play. It's all up to how Nate sees it if we get Cam. Garuba's a little bit different. You're gonna put him in for defense, literally. I mean, he's just he's just defense. Like there's not a lot you can see in him that's not just defense. Like it's strictly defense with a couple of still breakaway dunks, still breakaway or screen and rolls. He's not really gonna shoot the three. He's very hesitant. You can see it in certain clips where he wants to shoot it, but he won't. Then if he has to finally take it, he will. Like you're gonna have to teach him to be more offensive, but we would love a defensive guy. You need a defensive guy on the team, but scoring is his only problem. And Wallace, you said this yourself when we had the scoring, when we were talking about who were we talking about? Talking about bringing a stretch four in or something like that. And I was telling you that. And I was like, you got to have somebody that can play defense as well. You can have a stretch big, but you still need somebody that can play defense. If we don't see a good stretch four player in the draft, I think we're going to draft another guard to back up Trey. If you want to see, that's my thing. If you want to guard Trey Mann, if you want a scorer, you go Cam Thomas. You want somebody that's going to come in immediate impact, it'd be Cam Thomas. But yeah, I mean, Greg Brown should still be there. I don't think Greg Brown has jumped any further. But that's just that we want to. He's another thing where you're gonna work on his shot because he just don't care. He gonna pull. That's a guy that's trigger happy compared to Garuba, who's not trigger happy, and they can both play the four. But he's the thing about Garuba is he's a tweener, and you don't know if you want to put him at the 3 or put him at the 4 or put him at the 5. Really, all three of those, any of a forward position, and you don't know what you want to do with him. That's the only thing I saw. That's my thing for him, man. It's just like, what do you do with Garuba if you put him on this team? He's gonna come out the bench, but what position does he back up? And I swear, like it's gonna be center. I think he's gonna play backup center, and that's where I see that. And then the stretch four itself, like I said, Greg Brown. That's a couple of stretch fours. You can throw out there. So yeah. Well, Yahoo Sports just put theirs out 10 minutes ago. I don't know who's shout out Christine Peck. So she put in her mock draft. I guess everybody's putting in their mock. Like I said, we're 3 days away. Everybody, you're gonna see a lot of draft dudes and stuff. I promise you will. Yeah, this is crazy. Book Night's at 7 on here. Like, he's his lottery, his odds and everything just jumped so fast. Yeah, he has such a great workout. I hope he's gonna have to pan out. The only person I really don't want to drop, really and truly, the only person I really don't want to drop is Davion. I want Davion to at least go somewhere high. I don't need him to drop anywhere near the Knicks because they're gonna jump on him. So they have they got your guy here too, Wallace, with Day'Ron Sharpe. She picked Day'Ron Sharpe. They said he slimmed down. There's been reports that say he slimmed down and he's shooting better. So he's 6'11", 265. He's not really much of a forward. Like, he's gonna play center. He's gonna play the center role. So that's the only thing for him is that he's gonna play that center role. He's not gonna play forward. Then they have Cam Thompson going to the Knicks, which I don't want. I would never want that to happen. It's gonna get really crazy. It's going to get real crazy. Kai, you know I love Kai. You know that's my pick if we go center. But Kai's stock went up. That's what I'm saying. Like Kai's been going top. Kai's been going lottery in a lot of people's thing now. He's been either going to Charlotte or he's been going higher up in the draft. Now the I can't say his name. The Segan dude, he's jumped around a lot too. The Singun from Turkey, he's jumped around a lot too. Alperian Segan, he's 6'10", 243. His name has jumped around a lot. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a couple guys at center that been jumping around. Should we trade up? What does it cost us? Excuse me. That's the only thing for me is what does it cost you to trade up? Because let's say we trade up. So who are you saying trade up for Kai? I don't think you trade up for Kai. And there's other guys there. Isaiah Jackson. Yeah, I'm saying there's other guys there that are going to be lower than Kai that still have good value. So it just depends what you want to do. I don't think you need to trade up though. I don't think this is a trade up type year. You want to trade up for it? That's going to cost arm and a leg. That'll cost Cam. That'll cost way too much to even think about putting up for Evan Mobley. Yeah, that's just the arm and a leg. So yeah, just 3 days out. We actually might be closer to 2 days now. But like I tell you now, I'm gonna end it on this. Well, first shout out everybody that came out here. So my thing for Garuba, defense guy. Need a lot of energy with that defense. So we're gonna shout out our official energy drink, Raise Energy. When you go to their website at Rep Sports, use code FILA-SP for 15% off your order when you check out. I'm gonna end it like this. There's gonna be a lot of news and stuff trying to break in these next couple of days. Don't be surprised when you see random trades pop up. Like we already got the Steven Adams trade for Valanciunas. So I think that was a finesse by New Orleans. New Orleans won that trade by a mile. But shout out everybody that was in here. Shout out Wallace. Shout out Marquise for coming in there. Everybody that watched, thank you. Subscribe to the channel. And we out of here. Peace.